All right, officially, everyone, welcome to day, I think it's 116. Hopefully I'm right. How am I feeling? Getting over sickness? Yeah, I am. Yes, I feel a lot better. Hold on, before I get into like how I'm feeling. We're continuing our hunt in Mount Moon, hunting for anything that happens to be in there, and also still using Shiny Dex, which I think will still constantly be a thing going forward. So, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still like coughing, but it's not as bad. I don't have my controller set up properly. Cough drop? Yeah, I mean that'll fix it for like all of 10 minutes. To be fair, I can always just mute real quick if I need to cough. You think I caught that yet? No, I definitely caught a coughing. At least I think I have. No, I'm pretty sure I've caught a coughing. Have I not? Now I need to check. I'm pretty sure I've caught a coughing. I know it's a joke. I know it's a joke about me coughing, but now I'm actually curious. Did I ever catch coughing? I don't even know what's number. I have caught a coughing. But somehow the numbers got desynced. I caught a coughing in both games. Spouting any gunk you cough out, not good to swallow it. Oh no, I. In the beginning, I definitely knew that. Don't worry. Oh, look at Clefairy. As a reminder, I do want the 6% Clefairy, but as long as I don't get a Paris, I'm fine. Faye? Faye. I am not an 18+ streamer. 1, 2, 3. Do that real quick. 4. And 5. Also, hi, Floaty and Char. Where did those emotes even come from, Lav? Faye was talking about the Left 4 Dead spitter. Yeah, but I never played Left 4 Dead. That's a lie. I've played Left 4 Dead. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Then again, I never played Left 4 Dead 2, so maybe I just like 2 more than 1. Tifachu? Someone gifted you a sub last night. I wonder if Politichu has any Pikachu emotes or Pichu emotes. Surely she does, right? If 18 is 18+ wherever she goes, that is pretty accurate. That seems to be most of you. Then again, I also am kind of that way. Hi, Demon Lord. How are you? You try to be good for me, but you can't help it. Don't change yourself on behalf of me. You're good. How's me? Me is still a little sick, but I'm definitely a lot better than what I was. Me also gets to go back to work today. But I figure I could get some shiny hunting in since we didn't get to have any. Oh, actually, speaking of which, next week's, I know I didn't release a schedule. I was just kind of feeling bleh. So that's also why there's no like schedule on YouTube either. So next week will probably be a little bit weirder. So in case you guys don't know, which I guess I haven't really talked about it, next week, my schedule for work is going to be flipped. So usually I work Wednesday through Friday. I'm going to be working Monday through Wednesday next week. So the schedule for streaming is probably going to be all sorts of wacky next week. So keep that in mind. But also, as much as I want to, I will not be streaming on Friday. And the reason why I'm mentioning Friday specifically is that is my birthday. So have fun with that information, what you will. Next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. Need to copy the raffle. Happy womb escape. That is a diabolical way of putting that, laugh. Yeah, so it is next Friday, so May 1st. I will be hitting 9 years over the legal drinking age, and I will be showcasing this. Not actually, don't worry. Escape the womb day. On International Day is Spring Day? You get that line a lot? I need to tell Kat that one. That one's funny. Womb ejection? Wouldn't I feel like eviction would have been a funnier term than ejection. Face reveal on my birthday? Absolutely not. Sorry, Brad. I am incredibly self-conscious. One of my friends who I've known for like 7 whatever years, got to see my face for the first time, like last week. So it's just like it's one of those things where it's like I'm just self-conscious. Yeah, and I appreciate that, Brad. It's a habit that I cannot break. I also just hate taking pictures of myself, so. To be fair, part of, you know, the whole VTube thing is to give you guys something to have. Think only Koki knows what you look like for now? Hey guys, what game is this? Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Let's see here. Only Koki knows. What about your dad? Surely he knows. Good one, Dante. Thanks. Like I said, I'll be turning 30, and it's just like, well, this is a fun time. Thanks for everything you do for you guys. I don't do much. I just give you guys some laughs. I'm just being a goofy goober for all of you guys. I mean, I don't know. You'll be 30 with me in June. Thanks, I won't be alone. The cat still has like 2 years to figure out that pain. For a VTube anyways, no having to get ready for a camera. I guess that is true. You give us tails? Do I? I constantly am denying the tails. I don't know, because, like, here's the thing, Faye. Before I was VTubing, I was just a voice in the wind, you know what I mean? I didn't even get ready for, like, the camera that way, either. Still need a tail stream? As in, it's just my tails on stream. That's just the model. It's just a tail. You also get to free the Yetis. There was a silly post, and I've talked about this before. There was a very silly post on Twitter, like a couple months back, that was talking about, like, hey, VTubers, what do you wear whenever you stream? And there was a lot more people than what I thought that would say that they don't wear anything. And it's just like, why? I'm fully clothed over here, streaming, like... like shirt, pants, even got some socks on. Like it's it's just like, why are people Why? I don't know. You wear what you want. You feel bad for the PC. Yeah, yeah. But it's just, it's super funny to me. Now, Faye, the last part I get. The last part I definitely get. Especially like for like the ones that have like the wire. Granted, obviously I can't like relate to the wire, but like I know that they're very uncomfortable. What's up, Florian? Okay, I need to turn the AC down a little bit more. I always forget how hot it gets in this room because of the computer. There was one day during stream, I think it was Sundays was the Kirby one, right? It was 74 degrees like in the house in general, and I know my room was hotter than that because I walked out of my room and I was cold. All right. Can't stand wider ones though. They're always digging into you. Is that you go for ones or yoga bras? Okay. Yeah, see, that makes more sense. Though from my understanding, they don't get like any support, right? Oh, look, coughing. Whiskers, look, you also caught a coughing. Floating, are you gonna be okay? I feel like you've had worse conversations with Cherry around. I'm gonna have to dash out D&D time. All right, have a good one, Whiskers. Have fun slaying the Manticore or whatever it is you're gonna be slaying out with. I'll be going for about 3 hours today, Whiskers, so I'll probably be done by the time you get back. Assuming your session only lasts a couple hours. Or more than 3 hours. Good night, Whiskers. See you not in a minute because you're going to be on break. Since when has your legendary bae joined Unite? Who Rayquaza? Rayquaza's been in the game for a little while. I don't know anything about Unite. Oh, Suicune? Oh. Suicune is the bestest legendary beast, though. Umbreon is your favorite Pokemon and Suicune's your favorite legendary. Mine is Absol's my favorite Pokemon and Giratina is my favorite legendary. Man, the audio chip on the Game Boy. Forgot how good some like the music is just in that period of time. Mind you, original Game Boy. I don't think it's going to be featuring Game Boy Color songs. Well, Faye, if you pay attention, there's a lot of like overlap in the things that I like, and I do mean this. Like obviously Giratina, but is a little bit of an outlier in this. But like, I need you to think about this, okay? Look at my outfit, all right? What color is my outfit? My favorite character in Castlevania Judgment is Aeon. Look at the color of his outfit. What color is Absol? One of my favorite outfits features the same exact coloring that I have right here, with a cloak from cloakbrand.com. You know, Markiplier's clothing thing. It has less to do with the fact that he's dark type and just more of how he looks. It's really funny though that I chose a sweeper type as my favorite Pokemon. It's just so cool and mysterious. But to be fair, I also do have a favorite Pokemon from each generation, but Absol's just the overall favorite. You got both your babies on Unite? There you go. Now you'll be forever moving between the both of them to play as them. But let's see here. Gen 1, my favorite Pokemon is Scyther. Absol is your dark type because people blame it for disasters when it was just warning them about it. Yeah. It's because every time he shows up, a disaster happens, and they see it as an omen, a bad one, as opposed to, you know, a warning. Just like me. If you see me, you know bad stuff's about to go down. That are very stupid thoughts. The internal monologue becomes very outside quickly. Though I will say one of the problems with the internal monologues, like whenever I have music playing, like the music that's playing right now, is a lot of the time the internal monologue just gets filled with do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's just following along with the song. So it's like I kind of have to like fight the need to just doot along with the song. Yep, that. You know what is my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon? Bareback Nowhere's flooded. What is my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon? There's a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon. Slugma. Shuckle's pretty fun. I forget that like Shiny Living Dex is actually immediately as soon as I hit the button. I'm still used to the other one where it's like I increment, then I can see it tick up. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with Slugma for now because it's the only thing I can think of for Gen 2. I know there's the joke, but like I actually do like Slugma. Gen 3 outside of Absol. Shedinja. You always thought Slugma was Gen 3 for the longest time when you were little. I mean, it's similar to like what people with Munchlax, right? Slugma is a weird Pokemon. I mean, it looks like it looks like it would kind of belong perfectly with Gen 3, especially with Groudon. Go check your Absol's gender in ZA. I think mine is a male. I don't remember what gender the one June's gave me is. Also, Chikorita's best baby. Ooh boy. Brad, you weren't here last time we were talking about the starters, were you? Oh no, Chikorita is absolutely adorable. Chikorita is a very adorable Pokemon. Hi, Will. Char char. They have two. Your first one was a Shalfa, then you got a normal one. Ah. I wish I had a Shalfa, Absol. But I need to get my own. Hi, Will. How are you doing today? Gen 4. Gen 4, Gen 4. Favorite Gen 4. One. Two. How did I splash that back into my eye? Impressive. Impressive, Dante. Impressive. How did I splash it back in my eye? 3. 4. And 5. No, that is most impressive. I don't know how I did that. Oh. Oh. Thankfully, I didn't get much into my eye, but like, man, that was sudden. It burns a little. Pick timid or sassy. If it's an absol, it needs to be absolutely sassy. You're nice win on your D10. And then see you in 2 minutes, bud. The dice, man. The dice giveth and they taketh away. Gen 4. Favorite Gen 4 Pokemon that is not Glaceon, because Glaceon's my favorite evolution. The timid is always with you. I mean, there you go. Do I want to be in the box or with you? Isn't that the same question, Faye? Anyway, Gen 4, Gen 4. What is my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon? That's actually a good point. I kind of want to say Spirit Tomb, but that doesn't feel right. One's 100, the other is 17 in the box that never used. This is a mint condition Absol right here. This baby has so much EV training it could get. More importantly, what are you trying to do with it, Faye? Yeah, screw it. I'll just stick with Spirit Tomb. You're picking one to name after me? Oh. Yeah, just keep me in the box, Chief, and just name me the one in the box. That's fine. If you're at the D. If you're at the D, Will. Sassy Dante, got it? Yeah, exactly. Dude, does this mark you as timid at all? Like, come on. Gen 5. I don't know too many Gen 5 Pokemon, so I'm just going to stick with Haxorus. What else? What is Gen 6 again? Is that X and Y? Or is that Sun and Moon? I'm stuck as a female anyways. Congrats, well, guys. I guess I transitioned. I guess no, don't say that. That's a very mean thing for me to say. Um, X and Y is Gen 6. X and Y. So Xerneas and Yveltal. And ZA. Yeah, but I'm not counting ZA. What is a X and Y Pokemon that I could say that I like and it actually be X and Y? This is where I'm getting fuzzy. And Zygarde? I mean, I guess it's true. X and Y. Floette? Floette's just a flower. Finnegan? I mean, Finnegan is pretty adorable. But I'm not the biggest fan of Braxian. That's the Pokemon. That's the final evolution, right? Froakie? Yeah, but not starters. Because saying the starters is kind of like their own category. Delphox? What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of then? Talonflame? Talonflame's pretty good. Middle evolution's Braxian. I mean, Talonflame is pretty good. Talonflame is a pretty cool looking Pokemon. Let's see here, 43800. All right. Yeah, we'll just go with Talonflame because I can't think of any X and Y Pokemon. Same with Sun and Moon. Like, I would have to say something like something stupid like Stack Attack for Sun and Moon just because it's the only thing I know, and that game has Ultra Beast. And I think it's just because I like its name. Good night, we'll see you in a minute. Yeah, we'll just stick with Stack Attack. I can't... I've gotten better with knowing Pokemon, I just don't know what generation they're from. And then 8 is Sword and Shield. Zamazenta and Zacian are obviously cop-outs. Type Null's also a legendary. That's also is that Gen 8? Is Type Null a Gen 8 Pokemon, or is that before? 7? Oh, okay. Okay, so that's the one before. Like I said, I know Pokemon, I just don't know the generations anymore. Maybe I should just do a Pokemon quiz at some point, just to see what I know. It'll probably help once I actually play those games and like know like the dexes for them a lot better, but Gen A is Galar. Yeah, it's like I said, Sword and Shield. Or Galar. Dante sickest? I'm still a little sick, yeah. Hi Kekmiri, how are you doing today on this Wednesday? You on your lunch? What you having for lunch, buddy? Share. It's same difference. Share what you're eating for break lunch. Your lunch fast. Wait, was that the entire counter table? Egg white sausage, banana, and blueberries. There you go. Egg whites, huh? Look at you being healthy. No yolk in that household. Been on them for years? Ah. I don't know, man. I feel like egg whites are too plain for me. Then again, maybe it's just the way that I make them. You do use regular eggs sometimes, though? Gotcha. Wait, so... With pepper and cheese? Okay. So, do you, like, use, like, the egg whites that you get, like, out of a carton, or do you, like, actually separate the yolk from the egg? Or from the egg whites? You're too lazy for the manual removal. Alright. Carton it is. Oh, look, counter table again. Yeah, I can't say anything. My breakfast consisted of nothing healthy. Is this enough for 5 cents? Oh, it definitely is. How about the splash back in my eye again? Alright, all 5? Alright. 1. 2. Increment. 3. Hope I'm feeling better? I am. Now I'm just in the late stages of recovery. And 5, there you go. Still have some sniffles, still have some coughing, but otherwise I'm a lot better. Surviving and thriving, almost. Hey, by the way, Kai, next Friday, I enter your age bracket. I guess this means I gotta start picking up hockey, right? I gotta pick a sport and stick with it. No, usually I always picked football. Maybe it's time for a change. Maybe learning about a new sport will have me more invested into it. What did I say? I said next Friday I am entering your age bracket, which means I now need to pick up hockey. Okay, boomer. That's the one older than me. Carbonation again. You marked it down? There you go. Hope you forget it. I will probably not be streaming that day, just to let you know, Kai. You won't? You better. Don't be stupid. But I'm an idiot. What do you mean? Also, welcome back from lurking, Sal. How are you doing? Oh yeah, how did the move go? I hope everything went pretty smoothly, right? It was okay? Alright. Jeez, I need to play more Game Boy games. Like all these songs have been like bangers so far. Wow, we listened to Pinball like earlier, just Pinball, and it was just Pretty goated then too. All right. Kai, what is your hunt again? I forgot what your current hunt is since you finished Chimchar. Hi, Kai. Char. Yo, was that a lizard? Is that a lizard emote? Can I do it? Yeah, it's a lizard. Oh, Foot. Why? Why now, Foot? The Pika lizard? Alright. I think I made you guys somewhat codependent on, like, audio sounds during streams. Mind you, the person I got that from was Essie. Like, having audio cues that happen in, like, from, like, chat messages. 100% from Essie, by the way. Like, they have quite a few ones. Like, if you say os, like OSU, chicken, or even like the jaws, like like that's also a thing that you can say in their chat, like bum dum. They have all sorts of different ones. And they're all really funny. Peanut. I'm trying to remember like all of them, but there are some days where chat will just spam them for a while, and other times they're just like casual about it. You need to stop slacking on emails. Isn't Slack isn't Slack used for emails? You had an email about your shirts yesterday? Oh, go on. What happened with them? Guys, I am so excited for the auto counter to eventually come to Shiny Dex. They don't have the colors you picked, but it'll still have Leon on it, right? Well, what colors are you going to change to? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like that, just doing that. If I know the song, it's even worse if I try to dude along with it. Oh, I have this. I was about to... Whenever I do the raffles, right, I don't have like a stream deck, so I usually just copy and paste like the raffle message, and I forgot that I copy and pasted the lizard, so I was just about to just do that. You had a dark gray hoodie for the first one, mainly line, and a light gray with the girl diner, or sorry, girl dinner, the girl dinner. I don't think I saw the girl dinner one. Then again, I guess you and Lav are so far down the rabbit hole. Let me mark all these. You'll slide into my DMs. I'm surprised you haven't already. Asking for auras and all that. Oh please, Dante. Just send me a voice message saying aura. It's what Leon would want. Oh my god. I cannot read that out loud. The one day I have Discord actually open too. Where's my spray bottle? Actually, wait, hold on. There you go. Yeah, I just start seeing those shirts appear up on TikTok. Like all the time. By the way, why do we have such a large Keke train going on in this server right now? You told me that you're tamer in chat. I don't count this as being tame. Don't question it. Good night, Floating. See you in a minute. Listen, just because you're not as unhinged does not mean you're being tame. Spoiler alert. See, this is my point. This is my very point. Uppies. All right, guys, I have a question for you. For all, well, I'll say for all the people. Essentially, everyone here was subbed into it because of Whiskers. Out of curiosity, what is your least liked emote and your most liked emote? Doing a survey. And currently, I think Whiskers and Koki are the only ones that have access to the 1-bit one that I have, just because I had to move things around. So Uppies, Love, and Keke are your favorites. Okay. The least is the what emote? Okay. The best is not Poggies and Love. You hate, you hate the stare emote? It's really funny because like the not Poggies isn't even really my emote. I mean, most of the things in my emote slots came directly from Whiskers. He made like the image just as like a meme, shared it, and then I just took it and slapped it in the channel. The what is it? The donut, the what, the stare, the Keke, or Kiki. What else? There's like one more, I think. The Pog, yeah, the Pog fish. Let's see, our cat made the wave, Rooney made the love and the EP emotes.
Cool Boogie.
I made Cool Boogie. and Gekwa. The Shock, Bonk, Uppies, and Lurk, I think, were all from a pre-made pack. And I think that's all the emotes, because as far as I can think anyway. Alright, so so Faye has a top 5, huh? Uppy, Shock, Wave, Love, and Keke. In the most. And then Gekwa, What, Pog, and not Poggies are in the least. Why don't you like Gekwa? What's wrong with Gekwa? And you don't like the not Poggies? You don't like Capehead shaking his body around? Because it's not Doge? Gekwa's the best one. It's Gekwa Freak Eyes, you know what I mean? Also, the funniest thing about, like, not Poggies, I've talked to Capehead about this. Him and I really are both just waiting for Twitch to take that emote away. But Doge is a Pomeranian like Ace. Yeah, but it's not Gekwa. Honestly, I still want to go with Brout just for type advantage reasons, but Gekwa is still the funnier one. They won't because it's a guy. It's not actually showing. Yeah. Gender equality or inequality. Sorry. That's what we're doing here. We're showing off. I'm not gonna lie. One of those edited Keke emotes like slid over the Paris, and I thought it was shiny for a moment. I was about to be like, what? You amazing person, you amazing furry. I'm not a furry. You saw it was raining Kekes? Yeah. No tails though, shame 3. You're picking Pombon? Yeah, but it's not Gekwa. You know that dog's just going to stand on its hind legs whenever it fully evolves, right? Hush, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Not too many things in the Pokemon universe stay quadrupedal anymore. Don't put that out there. You can't laugh. Lav, you know better. It's too late. It's already in motion. It's already in the works. Let you have hope? Absolutely not. Pombon will stand on its hind legs, Gekwa will stand on its hind legs, and Brout will start flying. Or start using its wings more. You know, now that like I've been doing this in like normal speed again, I feel like I'm actually more used to normal speed now. I think I was losing my mind with the soft reset checks, because like I constantly want to speed up soft resets. Because this doesn't feel bad. The water, oh my god, the water like hunts are gonna make me annoyed though. It takes so long. You caught it with Carlos from Resident Evil 3? That Carlos? Or like Carlos from Big Time Rush? You know, my boy band. You guys got BTS, I got BTR. Lav getting obsessed with Carlos. But yeah, well, ironically enough, Carlos is the most sane Resident Evil protagonist next to Billy Cohen. Well, this is a weird freaking door. Thanks, Carlos. Well, Lav, you better get obsessed because he's only in that one game. Hi, Mel. Hi. You know who else has flooded Lav's TikToks, Faye? Zuko. Adult Zuko. And I cannot blame that one. That shows to Cat? Of course I did. She was sitting beside me as you were sending all 20 of them. And what? Like, what? What response do you want me to say? She like, yeah. Like, what's the response you want? Yeah, she just immediately ran to the bedroom. Like, what? Like, what? I don't know what response you want from me on that. Yeah, she liked him. Do 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 bop. Fish. Oh, fishing isn't working again. That's cool. Try here. Do it again, Lev? Or is it disconnected me again? No, it's logged in. Do it again? Yeah, it's right here. Alright. We'll just re-open it. Oh, I still have Dolphin open. Whoops. Alright. So we got this back. It says connected. Do it again. There we go. Don't forget your daily kekes in the Discord. At this point, it's not even daily. Alright. Hey, look, a deafening whisker. I really should have put the gun name underneath it. For deafening whisper. It is a grenade launcher. I think it was just a standard grenade launcher. I don't think it was a wayframe. Oh yeah, you guys never told me your thoughts on the Aeon point redeem. Your stomach doesn't feel good. Make sure to lay down on your side or just sit down for a bit. You didn't eat cheese or drink milk, did you? You had pizza? Ah, so you did have cheese. Are you lactose intolerant? Do it, that's your thought? Huh. I mean, it would take a lot to get it set up, but it would be fun. Do it. No, you're not lactose intolerant? Okay. I wonder why your stomach hurts. Maybe just pizza just doesn't sell you right. Could just be one of those days. The grease of it just didn't want to set well. Speaking of food, need to figure out what to eat. I had every kid's favorite meal, Chef Boyardee, earlier. Or you're gonna make your wife mad? Oh, waffles. What about pancakes? Pancakes are also good. Let's see here. Apparently, Mark took an IQ test. Pancakes are for nerds. Well, call me a nerd. That involves mixing and cooking. I mean, I guess you could DoorDash something if you have the money for it. The kitchen isn't set up, so no waffles for you. Oh. You'll get there, Sal. I know you love yourself a good waffle. Technically you do, but you don't. Gotcha. One of those kinds of situations, eh? You know one of the worst things about being sick? I can't donate plasma. That's one of the worst things about it. You don't get money until the end of the month, and you'll have to survive on money until then. Oh yeah, you still have like what, 8 days? A butt-shaped cake, huh? Hey, Zay. Ah, yes, I see what it is. He came in here with a Mladen, yelled, and run away. And panic, apparently. High courage. Why are we panicking? Haven't I missed you? I've missed a lot of people. I didn't talk to like anyone yesterday. Felt really weird. Leon's butt, but in the shape of a cake. That'd be an interesting thing to make into a cake, Brad. Hey, Tyrantrum. Hope you're having a good day. And thank you for the daily check-in. You'd be jelly if Faye made that. You could? Do you really want to go that route? Yo, that emote is throwing it back. Of all the things to recommend, you know. Of all the things to recommend, a cake. That would be too much work? I mean, you did say you didn't want to cook, right? It happened? Well, maybe so, but it still has to go back in the other direction, too. It's throwing it back and forward, you know what I mean? It would be worth it, though. Yeah, but that's a lot. Making cakes take a lot of work. Make cake pops instead. I get to have pasta later. I forgot about that. It has some pasta Alfredo later. You have to cook it, then you have to cool it. Yeah, but you could also, I could also just like not. I said the K word. What did I say? I don't know. I don't know what I said. I have ADHD, so I almost forget like the sentences that I say like 2 sentences ago. I said that you're cute, but that doesn't start with a K, Zay. Like, what? I said K-pop? Did I? Oh, I said cake pop. I said I said cake pop. Cake. C-A-K-E. Pop. You can't read or do math. I don't think that's intrinsic to being gay, Zay. She only heard the K and pop out of it, I guess. Your little job is reading and doing math. Please don't hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to it. You said it so yourself. You said it, therefore it has to be true. I mean, it's just the law of the jungle. No one lies, right? So what you say is true, huh? God. In your own head, yes. She's distracted by Carlos. I love your name. I love the name. I love the name, Crack-a-lackin'. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the follow. I love it. Crack-a-lackin' 2. What happened to Crack-a-lackin' 1? She's not hearing certain letters. I mean, I guess she technically didn't hear the second K, because cake. That contradicts what I said, though. I mean, it's true. It's just, it's true specifically towards you. You're playing a BTS interview? Can you start playing some BTR interviews? We gotta get that Carlos some love, too. The father is confusing you. Good. Good. Run you around in circles. Put you on a merry-go-round that goes too fast. What is BTR? It's upon your last name. O2 is because you was born in O2. You're still stuck in the lab and hunting on your fire red cartridge for years. Oh, brother. I was stuck in the lab for a little bit with Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur took like 16,000 resets. What are you hunting in the lab still? Also, I'm gonna be honest with you, Kraka. I completely, unless you want to be called lacking, I completely missed the fact that there was a 0 in there. I just saw the number 2. The ADHD just completely removed the 0 from the equation. Faye, do you really not know BTR? Do you really not know it? You'll see, like that, Carlos is on the wrong side here. Carlos is on the correct side of history. What do you mean? Imagine going over odds for your first shiny starter set. Didn't you also go over odds? Yes, you're being honest. I was talking about Big Time Rush. But Kraka, I'm doing a Shiny Living Dex, by the way. So but I'm doing them in the earliest generations, by the way. So welcome in. I hope you have fun. Hopefully my streams can bring you some good luck in your fire red cartridge. Hi Shiny Brad, enjoy the lurk. I'll be here vibing. On and off, not hours on end. Charmander, yeah, Charmander. Call you Kraka if you're comfortable with it. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. Whatever name you want to go by. Also, you had a shiny Rowlet in Sun on release day and 5 soft resets because she was going for a good nature for the Rowlet. What in the world? Insane. I wish I had that kind of luck. My shortest hunt was 1009 with Snorlax. And then my longest hunt has so far been 23,395 with Articuno. Charmander didn't take that long. It was in the 5,000s. But that was a long series of trying to, like, that was like 17 days of like having fun with streaming since I had just come back to streaming again. DM? All right, let me check it while the raffle's running. Bruh. Ah, did not know that actually. I was more meaning on the I was more all right. Has my Xbox been messing up recently? Not really, but I've also been on it fairly irregularly right now. Will note, Lav, will note. Will note. Carlos and Resident Evil would never, though. And yes, I will, bruh, you fat. You don't say stuff like that. So BTR is dead to you for that reason. Are all 4 of them, or is it just him? To be honest, for your own soul, you need to get this so you can move on and hunt shiny Diglett. If my screen could stop scrolling. When you was little, you failed to shine Diglett because you had no Pokeballs, so it'll be a 2 decades old reclaim if you get it. It's your first ever shiny you ever saw. Oh my god. Oh, please let me know that journey. Now I desperately want you to get the Charmander so you can go for that Diglett. That is an insane reclaim. World's longest reclaim right there. That'd be super cool though. The other 3 have other issues, but they don't exactly shy away from that stuff. Fair enough. I had the same incident with Mighty Yenna in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I ever seen a shiny prior to Legends Arceus. Like, throughout all my years of playing through gens 1 through 4, I don't think I ever seen a shiny. And I'm not talking about like the guaranteed one that you see with is it Ponyta? I'm not talking about that one, like just a standard shiny. Or the guaranteed one with like Gyarados. I don't think I organically found a single shiny until we started doing this Shiny Living Dex challenge. Also, for anyone who happens to be new listening, I am a variety streamer, so like I play other stuff than just Pokemon. Usually it goes into like RPGs or even horror games. But right now, for the next couple of months, we're actually going to be playing a bunch of Wii games. We recently bought a modded Game Boy Advance so you can play it with your earbuds in, since it'll have Bluetooth. You can wait for that to arrive. That sounds sick. One of my, well, I say one of my, someone I know is like modding his Game Boy Advance SP to have like a, whatchamacallit? Nice try, Kai. To have like a, God, a headphone slot, like a headphone jack slot. And it's like, now that I'm thinking about it, I could have sworn that the SP had one already, but he informed me that it was because it was like an actual like dongle attachment. You could say something about you're gonna be good. You can say whatever you want in DMs. It's not gonna phase me. Granted, when I see it is all dependent. Well, I'm assuming that's what she's talking about. Cause I brut her. Bruh. The SP uses the charger port. The OG Game Boy Advance is a headphone jack port. Yeah, he's talking about the SP. But like, it's super cool that you're going to be able to connect it via Bluetooth, like to the Game Boy Advance. That is wild. And learning stuff like that is why I want to get into soldering, so I can mess with like boards. I'm a Bluetooth. All right. Bluetooth device connected. Just what I said earlier. Yeah, go eat. Time for me to join the Blue Man group. Imagine that being the face reveal. Shave my head, join the Blue Man group. That'd be so funny. Though I do not have nearly the musical talent that they do. But also use USB-C charging that will charge rechargeable AA's. That you can put regular AA's in if you need to. So overall, the GBA will have a new screen speaker, USB-C mod, and Bluetooth. Good God. Was the Game Boy Advance wasn't backlit, right? That started with the SP, right? So yeah, right. It started with the SP. So are they going to have it backlit as well at the screen? With a black sort of see-through shell and like a matte gold color with a Pokemon logo. Dude. Some SPs are backlit. The AGS 101 model specifically, yeah, the screen is backlit. Okay. Good. Dude, modded old consoles are so goated. Backlit color for the buttons. Ah. I feel like you could totally do that yourself. Are you good at soldering? The hard modding stuff is... Ooh. My hands are not steady enough for it. Even though I want to learn soldering. Kraka, if you do not mind, how much did you spend on that? Yeah. I don't know how much this stuff is. I still have antiquated views on like how much things are. Yours bought on Etsy, but when you move out, you'd like to make your own. The modded GBA was 237 euros. Or is that pounds? Sorry, pounds, not euros. 237. Jeez, that's more expensive than my Vita. And I feel like the Vita was like one of those like kind of like niche things that people just didn't ever buy. 320. Okay. God, you're gonna get some crazy use of that Game Boy Advance. You're probably gonna have a bunch of people also asking about it, like where'd you get that? How am I? I am all right. I'm still in a bit of like recovery. I'm coughing less, and I'm like, my sinuses are not as bad. They're still bad, but they're not as bad as they have been. Have you seen me giganting? I wanted to do it. When I saw that like Cat was working like this morning. I thought I absolutely need to hunt. Could have bought it for less, but because of USA taxes, yeah, screw the USA. As somebody who lives here, as someone who lives here, it's rough. It's rough, buddy. But hey, in a couple months, midterms. Revokes a comment that you want to make it so badly. He's just gonna buy it. He's just gonna buy it. Kai's just gonna buy it now. Hey guys, midterms soon in a couple months. In a couple months. You played that game so much? Huh. Do you know the name of it, though? I crack a char. Yeah, I meant the song name. It's just the main theme. No, Kyle's definitely right. It was definitely the Home Alone song. Or a game. Maybe that will get you the Charmander. Apparently, I have given luck to some other people just by saying like the Pokemon's name 3 times. Like it's somehow I'm summoning the shiny by just treating it like Beetlejuice. You played that way too much growing up. I've only played like the NES version of the game. I like Home Alone as a movie, but I don't. It's all right as a game. Maybe I'll like the Game Boy version if I ever played it. You don't want to do D4? Coward. Say Charmander 3 times. Charmander. Treat like a cat, just pss, 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 pss. Charmander. Good night, Kai. See you in a minute. Poor Kai. That's why he didn't want to roll a D4. And I called him a coward for it. Do not tell me it's Shine. Do not tell me that. Do not tell me that right now. Do not. Okay. I was about to say, do not tell me that. Well, it wasn't like it wasn't like they got it like immediately after. They just got it soon after. It like appears in the queue system, you know what I mean? You let me know then? I appreciate it. You know what? If you get it, Just tell me you get to move on to Diglett. Or you know what? Don't tell me you got the shiny Charmander. Just tell me when you get the shiny Diglett. That's what I really want to hear about. You going to your local again this week? Like your local Star Wars Unlimited, like, tournament? Like that? I wish you luck, Kai. You and Renu have been practicing quite a lot. Honestly, fair. Could be soon, could be in a year's time. Who knows? I mean, I've been shiny hunting for what? 2 years? Over 2 years? When did I start? 2014, right? And I have, I think, like, I don't know. How many do I have? How many shiny decks do I have? I don't even know anymore. View decks. I have 13. Food is in the microwave? Good, 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 good. I actually gave Faye the challenge of getting a shiny Charmander and naming it Dante in order to get an aura. She failed. She only shiny hunted one time. What, please clip what when she gets like a shiny Charmander naming it me? It's not incrementing. It has to be on this screen, doesn't it? Yep. And my reaction? I gave you 3 days. I gave you 3, and you only hunted for like a couple hours on one day. You do need to mother? I mean, that is fair. And mothering does come before auras. Same when you played your Game Boy. I'm surprised nobody said any of the 3 previous Pokemon like songs that we've had play so far. Yeah, Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. It's funny though that I actually know the acronym though. You have good news. What's the good news? Good news, everyone. Koki ate real food. Did he? Does he even know what real food is? Wow. Sal, you're already in the lead. Was it a burger? He just told you? Oh. Wow, he actually knows what real food is. I'm proud of him. This song is about... Let me tell you what the name of it is. It's year 128. It is... It's literally the first stage of the game. Level 01. You forgot to mention a software set for a good trainer ID. It's 08421. Okay. Literally binary. That's super funny. What even is mine? 63894 and 41827. All right. That's almost your birthday, but without the 4? Like, what? 1827? Like, brother, I know you're not that old. yes, until less than 4 months remaining until we take over. I will be taking a vacation from Twitch the entire month of August. Hey, Freshie. Hey, you in live then? Nah. I gotta give you guys the full ample ability to celebrate your birth month without me interfering. Because if I'm here, I'm taking time away from you, right? I'm taking time away from your birth months. Then there's you starting off the year in January. You're having a birthday? Yeah. I just chose a date and we're calling it that day. I finally chose one after 30 years. Do anything nice next weekend for yours? Not really. Other than seeing how many shots I can take. I gotta see if I could take 9 for every year after being able to. When you were 7, you were invited your entire class to your birthday. Your birthday is the 3rd of January. Nobody cared because it was directly after New Year's. Oh, I'm sorry, Kraka. Yeah, I think something very similar happened with my mom. Her birthday was December 22nd. Nobody cared because of obviously Christmas. But like, I'm sorry. Our birthdays are close, Freshie. Literally, me and my coworkers' birthdays are 3 days apart. It's why next week I am swapping like shifts with her. So instead of working Wednesday through Friday, I'm working Monday through Wednesday because her birthday's on Tuesday and mine's on Friday. So we're just flipping our schedules fully. You have main characters that try with you about a villain origin stories you have. And you're still a good guy, right? Right? You're still on the good side, right? You're still a hero. Let me scroll that up real quick. You share your birthday with 2 other guys from your school and said 2 guys are your brothers too. The funny thing is that like I don't know anybody with my birthday. I've yet to meet somebody, and it's so silly. It's so silly. You know, like there's like statistics where it's like, oh yeah, not every so often, you're supposed to meet a certain within a certain number of people. You're more likely to find somebody with your exact birthday. I've met at least that many people, and I've yet to meet somebody with my birthday. I'd be the coolest if I was born 3 days later, though, but that's alright, close enough. I don't want to be born on Star Wars Day. May through July, your weekends are going to be bad. Why is that, Faye? Why is that? You're the coolest being a week apart. Shouldn't Kat be? She's the one that has the soonest one before all of you. Same. Yeah, your birthday's also a little bit of a disaster, Sal. Mother's Day's coming up soon. That it is. Make sure to shout out your mothers. I don't have one, but make sure to shout out your mothers. You only take care of bad people, Crack? I appreciate that. No one is born in July. Not a single person. Minus the 3 people that I know that are born on the 4th of July. All your family are May through June for B-days. Wow, it seems to be a consistent schedule for that, huh, Faye? You never met anybody born in July? Both of Kat's grandparents are, and one of my very good friends is. It's okay, you don't have a daddy's in a jar? Oh, you have a jar? You guys have parents? The day that you celebrate your mom, hell of a free server with Dippin' Dots. But don't the inhabitants of hell at least deserve some kind of a break, Lav? Maybe they deserve some Dippin' Dots one day, you know? Yeah, August 6th. How's it feel that 3 close people to you are August? Actually, more than 3. Cat's dad is also born in August, but he's not technically a Leo. He's right outside the range of Leo. We took his cat's urn instead of his. Oh, man. All right, I do not have, I don't have any more drinks in my cup real quick, so let me go fill it up, okay, Cracker? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I was checking my cat. Also, I forgot to pause the recording, but oh well. It happens. Alright. Thank you for the sip, though. Let's see here. What have I missed? Have a mommy you can celebrate for Mother's Day, Lavender. Me? Don't really celebrate every day? Your beef day? Really? Really, Dante? Beef day? Your birthday? You don't really have any close friends, and it's generally just bad luck anyways. I don't know. I think it's always good to celebrate, like, I don't consider birthdays to be, like, that important either, but they kind of, like, are, like, small victories. You know what I mean? It's another year. It's another year. Another year that you made it. No day is necessarily important. I mean, it's important based on the importance you apply to it. So if you don't have any kind of, like, importance tied to your birthday, then that's fine. But sometimes having some kind of significance tied to a day, like your birthday, helps with keeping motivation. That you're not being able to have close friends and relationships. I mean, you can have close friends and relationships even online, Brad. Just like with days, it's all depends on the importance that you place on people. As well as the importance they place on you. I mean, you gotta think long distance relationships for like people happen all the time. I mean, Kai's a good example of that. Him and Rooney dated online and now they're living together. He probably can't talk about it right now because he probably went back to work. You have a close friend, Colorado, and you've seen his face twice. I mean, yeah. Oh, wait. Wait, I know who you're talking about. And one was blurry. You always place it as least important as most relationships. Is there a reason for that, Brad? All right, we hit 4,000, by the way, so I have a 15K raffle. Make sure to join that one. They come around so infrequently. Air 4004. You guess people don't like being unmasked. Wait, what? Don't like you being unmasked, ADHD. Yeah, no, you seem to be the one left out of the joke. It sounds like you just haven't found the right people. I'll be honest with you. Because, like, the people that want you around will, like, include you in with the joke. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy to tell when people, like sometimes people are busy. So don't construe everything as, like, what I'm about to say. But, like, usually people will tend to always want to, like, include you in things. You pay attention too much and just kind of float around now? Yeah. I mean, I mean, obviously you do you, Brad. I don't let me tell you what to do. But, like, I do think there is still some importance in having, like, a relationship and people you can talk to. Like, for example, and because Sal's here, he can probably attest to it. Him and I don't really talk, like, super often. But every time we do, it's like one of the situations where we just hit it off like, you know, not a day has been missed. You know what I mean? And those people are kind of important to have in your life. You got silently kicked out of a group not too long because of something a person heard. Went multiple years without talking. Exactly. Like, it's just sometimes things just get in the way of talking. Once again, Brad, that's one of those things where, like, the people that are willing to, like, take the side of like a rumor or something they heard is not the people that you want to have around. Your maths exam was horrid. I mean, it was a lie. It was mostly great. Yeah, it depends on what you say sometimes too. I mean, true, but like, not everything that you say pertains to an event tied to someone else. So like, if I bad talk somebody, right? Whether it's from my own personal experience or whatever like that, that doesn't mean that like, let's say that the person I'm bad talking knows someone else that I know, and then that person hears that I'm bad talking them, but they still like them. It shouldn't affect the relationship that me and that other person has. If that makes sense. You know, they blocked and banned since you don't want them around you. I mean, that's fine. I mean, you are an adult and you can still make your own decisions. I'm just saying. It is very helpful having those people, like having people that actually want you around, bro. But there were 3 questions that everybody was complaining about at the end. Okay. I mean, I kind of feel like that's generally most exams. If you know you screwed up on something, you've gotten better at recognizing and apologizing for it. And people need to do better about accepting things like that. You can't do your emoticons. Yeah, sorry. iPhone, for some reason, doesn't have good emoticons for this, I guess. I don't know. Probably why you like the Pokemon community again. They know you don't want to hurt people. This does a few bad apples, though. Everything does. Everything does. If you go into something and there's no bad apples, then they're really good at hiding it. That or it's incredibly small. But anything that has like a huge following, especially like Pokemon, it's gonna have bad apples everywhere. It was so bad that even the people who dropped from further mass to standard mass were struggling or unable to understand the questions. Well, I do know. Well, they do it here, where sometimes the exams will have questions that are above the grade level that you're taking the exam for to see if you have an advanced understanding of how math can work. No, no, you're fine. We'll talk about almost anything here, Kraken, so don't worry. So long as it's not like too like adult rated, you know what I mean? So I mean, we had Faye talk about her ex earlier. So long as you're fine with me reading it out loud, for the most part, like I won't read like the cursing out loud, but like if you're fine with me reading it out loud, then most of the time I'm going to. So keep that in mind about things that you do say as well. I can read it out loud. All right. So what Kraken said earlier, try like you know to relate to Bread. For what it's worth, you're not alone. Had a similar experience with an ex on you with your best friend. Spread lies and got kicked out of your friend group, and then asked for your online friend group if they could vent. They said yes, and after you vented, you got kicked out of the friend group and ended up giving you abandonment issues and trauma, but you live on and move on. And sometimes that takes years to get through. Sometimes it actually even takes a single person to help you get over the trauma. It's a strange thing. The things that will like not fix, but like will help alleviate some of the past traumas and events that's happened. The autism and what you learn what me people love abusing autistics, so it makes it easy to avoid them. That is true. That is true. I have a bad habit of like my bad habit, like whenever it comes to like things, is like I will joke about like things that probably seems a little insensitive, but it's a coping mechanism that I do a lot of times with things like that I'm upset about. And I know that sometimes that upsets people. So if I ever come across as mean for like saying a joke, please tell me. Because I it's not something I intentionally do, but it's something I usually try to not do. Let's see here. Pretty sure they ask the hardest forms of questions. Yeah. Exams are very weird, but they also like to test, like I said, they also like to see like where students fall in understanding math. So that, like, they can understand if they need to apply like new curriculum inside a certain like level of math. Or like grade in your case. You shared it as a way to relate, so hopefully it helps. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, relating helps because it does help people understand that they aren't alone, even if sometimes sometimes it is lost. But just for the mood, you try not, but would love if everyone came out to your birthday stream in June. I will try to. I will actually try to. It's hard to find time for everything, and that's probably like another big struggle of mine. I want to go to so many people's streams, but I can't. I don't ever have time to. You're still working on it. You found someone who helped you stop being so negative. So funny enough, last Pokemon stream that we were having, Kraka, I was having everybody do self-affirmations. Then there's you with dad issues calling others daddy, like me. Me and Koki have been big helps with doing better. Aw. That's so sweet of you to say. I mean, you meet people that help you along in life in like the most weirdest of places. So just don't ever be opposed to like trying something new or like going out to a place that you haven't been to, because you may possibly meet somebody that could change your life. You never know. One point that you'll catch me on there is that these are not general exams. These are exams for a collection of past papers and also teacher written questions. And I promise you that some of the teachers are horrible. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, exams should not be written by teachers. Tests and quizzes, sure, but exams should not be written by teachers. Like your direct teachers, I mean. They should be written by teachers, but like not your like direct teacher. Or like teachers in that school. Because I am daddy? I'm not. Do you listen to this music? This music does make me seem old, but I'm not daddy. You do therapy, it sucks, but it's helping improve slightly. And if it helps you even slightly, it's so long as the pros outweigh the cons, then it's worth it. But therapy, I think, has always been a thing that like people are always scared about and iffy. I had therapy whenever I was in my teens, and it actually it helped out a lot, but only in the things that I was willing to share. Physics teacher goes off on tangents about university level BS in the middle of lessons. So did mine. Yeah, so did mine. Maybe not physics, but like some of my other teachers were like, "Yeah, you're gonna need to know this stuff for college." It's like, no, I'm not. It's a collection of teachers within the school that makes them not single one. That's not how exams should be done. Exams need to be they need to be unbiased. Tests and quizzes can be biased because obviously they need to be focused on like the area that they're in. Like if a teacher just randomly asks you a question about like quantum mechanics in a I don't know, an English class, then that's like one thing, because like that's just blatantly wrong. Do you try a certain amount of questions or find some past papers if they're lazy? I mean, that could just be the fact that like in America we have standardized testing. But like having the teachers make the exams like the final exam seems a bit screwbally. Because if you don't like your students, you can absolutely just write questions that none of them can answer. No Child Left Behind acts screwed everything up because helicopter parents don't want to blame themselves. That's also a big issue, yes. No Child Left Behind is also a big issue. The intention behind it was good, but the execution was horrible. Your proof. I mean, Brady, you seem to have turned out perfectly fine. "29 years old, you still don't know how to do taxes?" Can I point out myself, please? Hello? 29, almost 30 years old, still doesn't know how to do taxes either. But I still managed to do them. But also, I'm gonna let you know this real quick, Brad. This is a fun fact for you. There are people that are older than me and younger than me that are all around my ages, that are even in their 50s, that do not know how to do their taxes. Just to let you know this, taxes are a lot more complicated than schools ever let on. They also didn't teach taxes in school, at least around me anyway. Pretty sure that the same physics teacher has written over half of your exam for tomorrow too. Once again, why your own school should not be giving or should not be writing the questions for an exam. Don't have a job, car, or any transport. Okay, that is definitely on the fault of your parents. It's auto tax on your pay. Okay, so whenever you get paid, yes, it is taken out by your employer. If you're self-employed, then you gotta do it yourself. But it's still more complicated than that, Fresher. But yeah, like my work, whenever I go to work, they take the tax out before they pay me. Whenever Twitch does payouts for me, I'm supposed to separate any income that I make for taxes once I hit a threshold of over $500. Because technically Twitch is not my employer. They're just a means in which they essentially funnel money to me. It's a weird way of explaining it. The only control you have is your video games and Twitch. I mean, start small, work big. If it's not auto tax, then I guess you can just do percentages, which isn't that bad either. Percentages change based on how much you make. We have tax brackets for that reason.
Yes, that's it. It's obvious. I guess I let the stress get to my balls.
Ty, you guys in Canada? I wish I was in Canada then. You'll use your level mass knowledge to figure out taxes. Taxes are just percentages, you swear. They are percentages. They are percentages, but they also... I'm not really going to get a conversation about taxes. So you just change percentages? It does sound that easy, doesn't it? It does sound that easy, doesn't it? But it's not. Also, your mom is in payables and does taxes, so... I mean, that probably does help out quite a lot. Then why is it hard? Deductibles. Deductibles plus sometimes you get credits and incentives. There's a whole lot more than just, oh yeah, I take this money out and just give it to the government. Deductibles, yes. You can't math. It's okay. It's what phones and calculators are for. So deductibles are essentially things that you can take off as being taxable on your taxes. So just add, subtract by a certain amount, and then run the percentages again. It's not how that works. Because here's the beauty of the American tax system. Whether it is actually deductible or not, you do not find out until later. Listen, I know that taxes sound simple. They are not. Because you also have different, like, you have also different things based on what type of filing that you're doing. Whether you're filing single, whether you're filing married joint or married separate, whether you have kids, whether you have other dependent, other people that depend on you, like maybe you don't have your own kids, but like you adopt, or like you're court ordered to take care of, like, say, a family relative's, like, child. There's a lot of different things that go into taxes, Fresher. It does sound simple on paper, but there's a lot of deeper things tied to it. Math teachers hated the way of your problem solving. This is when you was in school. But here's the question. Did you get it right? in your college math one teacher failed you because you wasn't solving the problem the way the book showed it. But did you get it right? My biggest problem with teachers is they teach a very lateral way of, like, they teach very laterally. They teach you one way, or maybe a second way even. But because you got to the answer in some other way that they don't understand, it's wrong. Teacher, like, I respect teachers, but there's a lot of teachers that do have bigger, I shouldn't say a lot. It's really just the bad teachers getting, like, a lot of exposure. There's less steps to solve, though. If you understand, my opinion of this is that if you understand how you solved it and you're able to get to the right answer consistently, almost every single time, or even every single time, then that's fine. I hate the things where it's like, oh yeah, how do you do this? Show your work. I'm not going to show you my work because I don't care about the work. If I get the answer, that's all that matters. You feel like you won't have to worry about a relationship for 10 billion years? And why do you say that, Freshy? Even friendships counts as relationships. Look at you. What about you? That's all? What are you talking? Freshy, you're fine. I don't know why you act like you're just not going to be dating anyone ever. You just exist and whoever stays can chill. Except that bloody accent. You really don't like your British accent that much, do you? You like it? Aw. No, I don't think so either. But there's nothing wrong with a British accent. Yeah, it's not Discord, silly. All my emotes, oh my god, what am I gonna do with all my emotes? I can't express myself without using an emote, oh my god. Especially since you love Doctor Who. Who's your favorite Doctor? My favorite Doctor is the best Doctor because he had to come around for round 2. You're British? I kind of gathered that based on something you said earlier. I'd have to like go back, but there was something very specific that you said that kind of clued me into that. Let me find it. Well, you said pounds for one, but it was something else. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at your messages. Maybe it was just the pounds. Let me double check. Oh yeah, it was the U's. It was the U's in your words, like color. That cued me into Europe, and then the pound cued me into England. Could've sworn there was something else. No, I think that was just it. Most of my viewers are from England, or from Europe and England, so that's funny. It was the U in color that frankly needs to be there. Not really. Mocking your current state of disdain. What better way to is fun to make fun of you with Freshie? Didn't say he's your close first since he shares your ADHD part, but Matt shows issues with autism. I mean, fair. I mean, you did say pound and USA tax. Yeah, yeah. You're bad that Americans can't even adapt your language or can't even adapt your language properly. It doesn't need the U. Hey, Gudra. What's up? I may not be able to help. Pillow-swine is yellow, right? Pillow-swine? Pillow-swine should be brown. I think Pillow-swine's normally brown. I can check real quick. But no, I'm pretty sure Pillow-swine's normally brown. Or Piloswine. However you want to say it. Da 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 da. It's shiny as yellow. Congrats, Gudra. We still got our own language as well. Yeah, yeah. You know, you don't want no sick Pokemon? No, of course you want sick Pokemon. Why was your you know the Pokerus, right? Pokerus is actually good for your Pokemon. If it's a different color, it just means that it has advanced Pokerus. Yeah. Pokerus is great. There's a reason why it's rare. But advanced Pokerus, even rarer, Gudra. And so long as you take care of it, it will heal. It'll heal on its own. Do you think it would be easy or hard to do a run where you catch only normal Pokemon and no shinies? What? And if you get a shiny, then you restart? What? Oh yeah, Freshie wasn't here earlier. Freshie, I played Pokemon games, the first 4 generations for years, and I never seen a single shiny. That wasn't the mandatory Gyarados one. How do you evolve Piloswine? What game are you playing, Gudra? Oh, well, a shield. Oh, then yeah. Brad, the reason why I was asking is because it wouldn't evolve if it was Gen 3. That's why I was asking. Because Mamoswine is Gen 4. Yeah, Ancient Power. If I look up very specifically... Yeah, it's just leveling up with Ancient Power. I thought I would have like a level requirement as well. Nope, if you have Ancient Power and level 34, you can have a Mamoswine. Your favorite Pokemon typings are grass and flying. Mine is ice and ghost. Dark and fairy are solid. I mean, fairy is one of the strongest typings. So we're going to buy a TM. Have a raffle real quick. Based on what I'm looking at, Brad, Pillow Swine doesn't learn it via level up. It does have it in its like thing, but it doesn't have a level. So I think it has to be move tutored or something, or like move remindered. At least looking at Sword and Shield. What about TM? I do not see it in TMs. Yeah, I don't see it in Sword and Shield TMs. No, I don't see it there either. I don't see it in technical records either. I'm not seeing it in BDSP technical TMs either. It is in egg moves though, so you could you could do eggs as well, but like I said, I'm looking at Cerebi for Sword and Shield, and it does show Ancient Power in its standard level up, but it doesn't have a level up beside it, which means that it has to be like move reminder. Oh yeah, Freshie. I said your favorite number earlier. Trying to wiggle around this chair. Your favorite number, yeah, or favorite two numbers, whatever. You don't think you have a favorite? I'm making fun of the stupid thing that you keep saying. Exactly. Yeah, it's movie relater. All right, cool. Yeah, because like I was seeing it and like I recognize that anytime it has like the dash beside it, it has to be relearned. Like it's just kind of funny that like like wild mammoth swines technically cannot happen. It sort of can, but it kind of can't. You have a philosophy exam tomorrow morning? Good luck. Good luck. Make sure you wake up early so you can be fresh as a daisy. Go to bed early, wake up early so that way you can be awake for the philosophy exam. But then physics at noon. What a day. Y'all wake up at 6:30? Well, that's too bad. I love using Cerebi. Alright, so green bat. Green tips on Clefairy. Golden mushrooms on Paris. And a more brown Geodude. So you have 3 hours worth of exams tomorrow is what you're saying. At least you have a little bit of a break between them. You got him while Shiny Heat Train so you can transfer it to ZA and see its Mega. Oh. Oh man, I wish I would have Shiny Hunted Heat Train back in Platinum, but oh well. It is kind of funny though that I have a male and a female Heat Train though in my Platinum save. Your worst exams in year 13, which is next year, are the 2 3-hour philosophy exams. Well, the funniest thing about philosophy is, technically speaking, you, in a sense of speaking, you can't be wrong. The beauty of philosophy. Hi, welcome back from Unlurking. Here's hoping you don't get double shinies. Why not? Celebrate every shiny. Every shiny is a win, Gudra. How are you supposed to choose? Whichever one's cuter. I promise that you very much can. I mean, if you're talking about like specific philosophers, sure. But philosophy in and of itself, you can't really be wrong. This question in the exams are 25 marker where you will literally lose marks for redundancy. So just don't be redundant. Forehead. If you write waffle, you just lose marks. Well, yeah, because that's one word, and usually exams are more than one word pressure. Brother, what? Time to evolve your yellow boy into a mammoth swan. Sister Trauma put you in. Alright. No worries, Brad. Good luck. Right waffle many times. That should work. What is it? It's like seven times or something like that. 7 or 8. And it makes like a sentence, right? Oh, it's buffalo, not waffle. That cutie mark like from My Little Pony. You watch My Little Pony, Freshie?
2 of those things for just
Chicken. Buffalo hot sauce on chicken and waffles. On the waffle part is a little bit weird. No, I've had chicken and waffles. I'm trying to say it's the hot sauce on the waffle part. You don't like when it doesn't show if it's super effective or not? Are you like me, Gudra? You don't know the type charting that well? Buffalo maple syrup, but that's not that feels kind of oxymoronic. But I guess sweet and hot do go together sometimes, don't they? It's like having maple syrup on waffles. But to be fair, Freshie, all you said was buffalo hot sauce. You didn't say buffalo maple syrup. Yeah, but you both thought maple syrup? So you're using hot sauce as syrup? What's the stupid thing about computer science exams in England? Oh, another rifle. Oh wait, that's not the right type. You don't actually do them with computers? Well, yeah, because then that'd be cheating. They demand to write out all your code on paper. uh... What program? What program do they teach you to work on, Freshie? Yeah, what program? What do you mean? What do you? What do you? What do you mean? What do I mean? What program did they teach you how to like? No. No, Fresh, not the programming language. Not the programming language. I don't care if you learn Java or C# or any of that. Or even Python. What program itself did you do the code in? Would you prefer the word software? Yes. Use Raspberry Pi? Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Brother. So what I'm hearing is your teacher is teaching you how to code, even if it's just with Python, in a very, very bad way. Sure, he's kind of having it a little bit more practical by having you actually do it like properly, like how you would actually implement it. You have 3 teachers and none of okay. There are better ways to teach. One for theory. Theory. Yeah, let's get these students to figure out how quantum tunneling works. That way we can have computers that actually are more proper AI than actual AI. I understand I'm saying literal theory, you're just saying in general. Why do you have 3 different computer classes? Did you miss the part where I said I know it's not literal theory? and that's just general theory. You gotta shiny hunt Zygarde eventually, but you heard it's really hard. Can Zygarde be shiny hunted? I thought Zygarde was shiny locked. Who tried to call me? Oh, and DAs. Dynamax Adventures. Dude, oh yeah, wait. What was the last one that you said that you played? Shield? You're in a class of 4 as well. Ah yeah, so class of 4 with 3 teachers. Okay. Very, very unpopular option this year. Probably because you have 3 teachers. What are you talking about, Gutra? You running into more sick Pokemon? Three teachers doesn't affect. Having 3 teachers tied to the same exact thing when there's only like a handful of students doesn't make much sense. Even 28 in total, but you can get away with 1-2 teachers at the most. No, there's nothing wrong with the game you're playing with. No. I was talking about Freshie. Freshie was, I think the last game that Freshie played was Sword. And I can't remember if DAs are part of that or not. Pretty sure the Owen Sword and Shield. Like, I do not remember what is what. That's what was my issue I was trying to have with like trying to figure out the Pokemon like earlier. I don't know what's tied to specific generations past 5. You have Zamazenta and a Beedrill. No Zacian? I know Zacian is the sword one. You don't think it was actually Beedrill? You think it was a Xatu? The Psychic Bird? You're gonna kick Floydian out for a Xatu? There's some DA Legendaries are version exclusive. I mean, I know I have to get both. I have to get both games anyway. Gotta do a Shiny Living Dex after all. You can't just be doing only one game. He carried you? I like Natu and Xatu. I just don't find much use for them. I usually just default to Abracadabra and Alakazam. If I can help it. Are you heading out, Sal? I hope you have a good one. Remember, behave. Don't forget water. You think he drinks water? Hi, Freshy Chocho. Well, what do you drink? I mean, pure ethanol. You're really going to take the fact that the first ingredient is water? Is that what we're really going to do here? Ever since I hit you with the technically one time, you're like, all right, everything has to be literal. Everything has to be literal. Nothing can be ever not literal now. The first ingredient, pure ethanol? Brother, do you think I know the chemical formula for pure ethanol? I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this. And I talked about it before. Chemistry was like my worst performing classes despite me like acing tests and exams in the class. You thought it said that water was an ingredient in ethanol? No, that water was like an ingredient in other drinks. It's usually the first ingredient in like 8% of drinks. Oh, no. By worst performing, I mean I just never turned in any of the homework, which was like nearly half the grade. You do Horton testing classes? Tests are easy. Tests, quizzes, and everything that doesn't involve me having to go home to do something was easy. Tests are easy in America? Tests, quizzes, exams. I could literally do every single project. I did everything that I could in class and passed it perfectly fine. The only thing I ever did bad about in school was all the work I had to do outside of school. I hate homework. There's no point to it. Also, you see you're doing a shiny only run, Gurdra? So you're doing like a shiny lock. Okay, you're doing what Jack is doing. Okay. I always thought those were really cool. I don't have the patience for it, as I'm shiny hunting in a cave. But no, it doesn't matter if the tests are easy or not here. I passed all of them with flying colors. The only reason why my grades were ever terrible in school is just because I never did homework. And for some reason, schools here put a heavy emphasis on homework, and it actually irks the living crap out of me. Our SRTs are multiple choice that require no explanation of your answers, and you have 25% chance every time if you're just guessing and you get full answers with them. I'm gonna let you know, show your work does not do anything either. Show your work set, like explain. Why do I have to explain my answer? If I already have the answer, why does it matter? And also, not every SAT is multiple choice. There are many open prompt like questions on the SATs. You might be thinking of the military one. Because your working could just be wrong. It doesn't matter if it's wrong or right so long as the answer is the same and correct. This is a topic that we were having earlier with Bread, where she was doing her math wrong, but she still had not math wrong. She was doing her math a different way than what the teacher wanted and still got the correct answer. The method in which you get to something, an answer doesn't matter so long as the answer is still right. That's what you don't understand. Why do you have to show your work if you already got the question right? Exactly. Like, there's no point to it. Oh yeah, I gotta show you that I'm not cheating, that I fully understand this by putting down my exact philosophy on how it is that I solved the question. No, you don't. Also, they don't know if people are just blatantly guessing. But that's also the point of having open-ended questions. What's the difference if you build a house the completely wrong way, but you build it correct? Yeah, you build it from the roof down instead of from the bottom up. If you're doing a test that was impossible for you to answer and you had a 20% each time, you obviously would just guess. Yeah, and that's fine. That's the problem with like the No Child Left Behind thing that's here. Everything got turned into like multiple choice. But there were plenty of tests and quizzes and exams that were not multiple choice, that were open-ended. It just makes it way, way harder. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm gonna let you know. Having open... It doesn't make it harder. Multiple choice just makes it easier. It does not make it harder, though. Also, explaining how you got to something doesn't matter. If I'm not going to be a teacher, it doesn't matter how I got there. The education system is meant to give you the easiest way of solving the questions that it will give you. If you go against it, it just makes it harder for yourself. But if we want to talk about education systems themselves, they're designed for you to enter the workforce, and that's it. And then like college and like universities where you go to actually learn something. It's like give you the easiest way of solving problems in the workforce. So what I'm hearing is that if I take a pallet jack, right, and I start using it, do I have to explain to my manager how it is that I managed to lift up the pallet with the pallet jack, move it out onto the floor, and then move in to go grab another one, move it out onto the floor? Do I have to explain them my work? Rockefeller designed to be a prep for factory work and not for thinkers, exactly. Which is why I said that's kind of like what the purposes of a university and colleges were. If I know the answer, I don't have to explain why it is that I know the answer. Because honestly, the method in which I use to get to the correct answer doesn't really matter. But it also wouldn't be an issue. This is also another like dead serious thing about this. It would not be an issue of me having to explain how I got to a solution if it wasn't on every single question. What's 1 + 2? Show your work. Let's do 9 divided by 4 because it has a remainder. Show your work. Like, why? Do you have to explain that my example relates to physical work which no one is taught how to do other than physical experiences? You're talking about jobs to do with problem solving. A better example would be explaining how you fix something in a car. Isn't something fixing in a car also technically physical? All right, so how about this? How about this? Do you want my mechanic to come out and tell me how it is that he fixed my car? Or do you just want me to, or do you just want him to tell me what it is that he did? Oh yeah, I did an oil change in your car. Can you tell me how you did the oil change? Show me your work. That's my point. You want to explain simple actions, so you have to explain the entire thing. No, you don't. You don't ask somebody whose job it is to do the fixing how they did the fixing. You don't have to cook tonight? Congrats, Lav. Also, hi, Lav Char. You need some help with trading your trading in sword and shield is not working for some reason. I wish I could help, but I don't have either game. Well, maybe you're curious? Then you can ask them. But the thing is that it's not their responsibility to explain it. You can ask them anytime you want, but it's not, they don't have to do it. If I'm doing my taxes, I don't have to explain to the IRS how I did my taxes. Yeah, chili cheese fries because of Koki. Oh man. Now you're making me want chili cheese fries. I don't even really like chili cheese fries that often. Because I feel like the cheese stays, but the chili never does. My point is, not every single thing needs to have like an in-depth explanation of how you got to the solution. I mean, Lav might be able to help Gudra. Lav, do you have sword or shield? You have both? I know Gudra wanted to like trade. Or needed help trading. I mean, I don't play either game, so I couldn't tell you why you can't trade. It's been a crazy day. And I still have like a little less than 300 checks to do. I have 20 minutes to do them. I think I could probably do it. Yeah, but how would we know the correct foolproof way of getting the answer to something, or the foolproof way of doing something without having an in-depth and 100% working way of doing it each time? That's also easy enough for people to understand too. Oh, I will answer that as soon as the ad breaks over so you can hear me. Because I don't feel like having to say it twice for a recording and for the people that are subscribed versus not. You're not in ads? Yeah, but other people might be. You got dinner? All right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. No, I'll just say it. The thing about it is that we don't need every single person to do it. It's already known, right? The whole thesis of how you got to something is already known. And if your teacher is teaching it, it shouldn't be on you to then have to reiterate what your teacher taught you by showing the work that they taught you how to do. Because if they taught it right, you would just get the answer correct. You don't need to show your work because they already taught you how to do it properly. Reinforcement of memory? No, because that's what homework is. No, do not do reinforcement of memory. That's what the point of homework is. I never did homework and I remembered everything perfectly fine. I don't even have an eidetic memory. I do not. Reinforcement of memory does... No. No. And I understand that I'm a little bit different than other people and that other people have things that learn differently, but do not do this reinforcement memory thing. Homework is good for two things: reinforcing the things that you are struggling to learn, and also helping teachers understand what it is that the student themselves is not understanding about a certain particular section of the subject that they're in. Outside of that, homework has no use. So if I already have the information memorized, why is it that I have to now reinforce it by showing my teacher that I already know it? I got the correct answer, didn't I? Why does the work leading up to it matter? I'm not writing a thesis paper. Because I'm a sneaky liar, obviously. There's a reason why I have these strong opinions about schooling, because the teachings here are just stupid. And they're reinforced in bad ways. Enjoy your dinner. I'll probably be gone by the time you get back unless you scarf it down. You got chewed out by your college math teacher for getting the correct answer in less steps. Maybe it's because it's a family plan. Oh yeah, your Nintendo Switch Online thing, yeah. Homework was invented to have a better parent or teacher relationship when it came to learning, but became a lazy way for teachers to not teach. School is just another memory machine, not a place of learning. Which is why I said that college and universities are the actual only places where you actually learn things now. Where schools before the whole factory boom of the Industrial Revolution actually did teach you things too. Like the first few grades of like schooling is fine because like you're learning how to read and write and stuff like that and communicate. Like even now, but like as the grades go on, it's more just repetition and just silly things. Good night, Floydian. See you in a minute. They just need brain dead obedient workers, not thinkers. Think about it. I mean, I already knew that. Like, you can easily tell that with the curriculum that they teach. Music and gum help you focus, but it's against school rules. Nah, yeah, I get it. Certain things being against school rules also kind of made no sense to me. Yeah, school has always been one of those things where it's like, I complain about it because I do genuinely care about the fact that like a lot of the things that are taught in school are just, it's not helpful. Now, that's not to say that math and stuff like that isn't helpful, or science. Like, it is helpful, and learning, like, a deeper understanding of English is helpful. But, like, what? Well, like, just some of the things. What? Just, I think it's more just. God, I don't even know how to explain it. School just irks me so bad here, especially here. They can reinforce everything, but you will forget it if it has no use to improve your life. Like, I liked my elective classes more than I liked my general study stuff. Because, like, my electives felt like I was at least learning something, like my psychology and sociology classes. Or whenever I took Webmaster, like, it's just, I learned something that I actually wanted to learn that, like, had some kind of, like, value in my own head. Not just another way to solve for X. You liked and hated the classes for disabled students? It's a double-edged sword, huh? Obviously, I can't speak on those classes. So please feel free to speak your grievances, Brad. I'm just speaking from like general like education standpoints. Now I know I'm not like the smartest person, but it's also because I don't like focus on like one topic. Like I'm not political, right? So I couldn't tell you about political science. But I kind of like just have like a decent amount of general knowledge, just about random things for no reason. You loved it because you didn't feel different, but they taught 2 to 3 levels below what grade you're in. You was stuck in grade 5 stuff for 3 years. Good God. I feel like with those kinds of programs, wouldn't it make more sense to have the class tailored to each the teacher is able to like differentiate between each student? Like, wouldn't they be able to tell? Schools still hate disabled students. I'm sorry. Oh, we're getting to the end of this video. Your trading is working now? Let's go. Looks like you're gonna get that Evo after all. Like another thing with like school, I felt like tests and quizzes and exams are all fun. Or like even the worksheets in the school, they were just fun to do. But anytime I had to think about like going outside of school to do any kind of like work for school, it felt like a waste of time. I think that's something that really got stuck in my head for like work. Cause like they teach you in school to like essentially like, you know, get ready for the workforce. And like I took the mindset of when I'm at work, I'm at work. All right. Work stays at work. Or in this case, school stays at school. Do not give me work outside of work. I will not do it. If I am at work or I'm in that work headspace, work. That I'm set to work mode. I'm like a robot. I'll do the work when I want to do the work because I'm in work mode. That's why neurotypicals see you the way you are is because school taught them to treat you indifferent or pity. I don't see anybody like disabled or anything like that as being lesser than me. I'll tell you that. They deserve just as much love and care as much as I do. You're gonna try to find someone to trade a Ditto for a different Ditto from somewhere else. Oh, so you can Masuda hunt? If Faye was here, she could trade you a Ditto. Oh, actually, Lav could trade you a Ditto too, since they're both from the US. And I think you're from England, aren't you? Right. There's been so many people from Europe today. I can't remember who's from England and now at the moment. You're from America? Oh, okay, then trade with Will or Freshie from Sword. Or Koki. Sorry, Faye, you're from Canada. I meant nothing. No, don't worry. No, don't worry about it. I misremembered where Gujarat was from. It's a very subconscious thing, so they don't realize a lot of times what the schools are doing to you. Yeah. There's also a bit of a mental health crisis going on in America at the moment, so especially in schools. You need to get your dead oats at home. Well, there you go. Thankfully, transferring them home is pretty quick. Oh, raffle. You have the Ditto that Will gave you. Will is from England, so that would be a different region to Ditto, but you'd have to trade it to Gudra since Gudra's also in America. So it's probably best not to do that. America will always dislike the mentally ill. That's why they're like early 1900s, they treat the mentally ill like test subjects of another species. Yeah, at the mental asylums and stuff like that. It's so stupid. They need to... I don't get it. I do not get it. The depravity of men will never cease to amaze me. I mean, at least it's come somewhat a bit of ways away from that. Because it doesn't make money? Yeah, that's why war is so popular. It makes lots of money. You can see that especially with like the global economy with the rain hormones. Yes, we get to raise our gas prices now. Hee hee hee. Like rubbing their hands like they're flies. The mood's kind of been all over the place today, huh? Sometimes the days just like devolve into this though. Especially the days like where it's just kind of like just yapping and chatting like while shiny hunting. Home transferring is boring. I don't know anything about it. I don't have any of those games. I don't think Arceus and ZA can even intermingle. And I'm not going to touch on how bad America is when it comes to other countries because, wow, we love starting wars and then pointing the fingers at the victims. Oh, absolutely. Good old gaslighting 101. I didn't start the fire, even though I very much did. The Pokemon God is not in ZA. Poor Arceus. Or do you mean Bidoof? Good old capitalism. The classic capitalistic, like, approach of the world. Bidoof? Yeah. Neither are in it? I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 5,000 today. You want to live in another timeline? I mean, who's to say if it'll be better or worse, though, Brad? Ah, yes, I see it finally ended. All right, we're just gonna replay it because we're gonna be wrapping up soon anyway. Mostly a better one. I don't know, maybe another timeline has the president lasting a little longer than 2 terms. Usually the best time to trade Ditto is at night because other people in other countries will be awake. That is true. You can't get worse than the poster child of capitalism being our president. That is a fair point. Bankrupt how many times? And still president? But it's like 3 o'clock, so you don't think you'll get any Japanese people? It is 6 a.m. for them, I believe. Or just shy of 6 a.m. No, that's not right. That's not how math works. What? It will be 4 a.m. for them. No, God, now I'm blanking. Is it 13 or is it 15? I cannot remember how far Japan is ahead. I still want to say 15, but it's probably 13. Let's bankrupt America again. Dude. Dude, for that to sound so catchy. This would be the 2nd time. Yeah. Let's bring back who was the president that got rid of our debt? Was it Andrew Jackson? Let's bring back Andrew Jackson. Let me check Japan's time. Okay, no, it's 13 hours. Why was I thinking 15? What place is 15 hours ahead that I'd be thinking of? Yeah, so it's 13 hours. Okay. I was right, so it is 4 a.m. Then Hoover's like, nope, I don't, brother, ooh. Our presidents have simultaneously been some of the smartest people and some of the most god-awful people you can think of. It's wild. No consistency. You're waiting for a homeless towns to pop up named Trumpsville? I mean, there probably already has been. You find it funny seeing all these Pokemon websites pop up on the side? Oh, like from ads? Like banner ads? Also, the rich hate FDR or hated FDR. I like that. I liked FDR. I like his big. I like his big New Deal. His New Deal. Hi, Brandy. Have fun lurking. I'm about to be wrapping up, by the way. God. You know, like the ones that will give you hacked shinies. Oh. Yeah, no. Do not hack shinies. That's bad. That's bad. Hacking Pokemon's already bad enough as it is. You have destroyed the fried chicken. Oh man, I still stand by the fact that everything kind of started going downhill once Reagan was in office. Oh, the fries. Oh yeah, the chili cheese fries. We need Coolidge. I'm only thinking of the actress. I'm only thinking of Jennifer Coolidge when you say that name. You're going to get to become president, and they're just going to be constantly wanting a Costco hot dog. Makes you want a hot dog real bad. Costco hot dog. I can't even do the voice. Government oversight interference is what makes bad things happen. This person was about to give you a shiny Zero Aura. You mean it could have been real? I mean, it could have been real. Oh, you want to take that chance, though? Don't forget to join the raffle, by the way. Cool, just like, I'm gonna sit here and let people exist. If it was real, it'd be cool. But if it was hacked, you probably wouldn't get rid of it, but you probably wouldn't use it. Scizor is the weakest Pokemon to use in the first gen because Brock beats Scizor. Oh, brother. that's what your first time chatting is? Hi, Obesity and Lag. I'm just gonna call you Lag. But hi, welcome in. That's a good pun. Cause Brock beats Scissors. That's good. That's good. There was somebody who actually came in here a few days ago that also kind of just started off with the pun. I love puns. I love dad jokes and puns. Bread on a history tangent, if you like. I love history. I may forget names and when they happen, but I do know the events. I love history, though. These people are looking for shinies to trade. Oh yeah, you think they're gonna trade you that shiny Zygarde? What was the pun? I don't know. It already left my brain. You know what? Come to think of it, Lag, it'd be very impressive to get a Scizor before Brock. Now you see the fate of your pun. Forgotten. Brock beats Scissors. Where did you learn that one from, Lag? You're just spreading shuckles to the Pokemon community. Zatu Dalu, fellow trainer. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What is it? What is Cricketune? Delululu? Delululu? That's what it is. I appreciate it. It's funny. If it was for term limits and people, the people would have gotten more FDR since he knew what the people wanted. Exactly. More deals, more brand new deals. Yeah, he had what, 3 terms, and then they had to limit him. Washington retired before a 3rd term because he felt his work has been finished. Otherwise, there would have been more Washington. Hey, I mean, it's really weird though, because Washington didn't really do that much outside of being the general. Like, even when he was president, I don't know one policy he had. Why is this person trying to give you Ultra Beast? Why not? Stack Attacker. Get a Stack Attacker. Best Ultra Beast. Funny name. The conservative rich push for terrorists after they failed to usurp him. We gotta do something about the rich. They keep trying to ruin things. I don't even know what you could realistically even do. People are stuck in their 9-to-5s. They can't go riot. Do as 3 Days Grace said in their hit 1X song Riot. So me declassified documents to read from. Sometimes I do feel like some things probably shouldn't be declassified. We don't deserve it, like aliens. We don't deserve aliens from Area 51. Let me put my tinfoil hat real quick. The CIA started the drug addiction in America. Oh, I already knew that. That one's pretty obvious. But it's kind of funny. It is kind of funny to me that a lot of the American government like issues are like, oh yeah, we definitely didn't do this thing that we definitely did. Or Venezuela just is not catching a break. Blame for the drug epidemic in America, and also then raided by America. Is it bad that I secretly cannot wait for oil reserves to dry up? Is that a bad thing? Our run essentially runs on oil, and like as it's slowly still trying to switch over to like electric. Is it bad that I want our oil reserves to just die? Like just die out just fully? Brad, do you talk with your chat about this at all? Or is it just here? Nope. It's the cafe for chill coffee and vibes. But then we go to Dante's, where now I need to unleash the history beast. Talk about the corruption of America. Guess you're on a tangent right now? That's fine. I do not mind it. You just gotta keep in mind that whenever I hit 5,000, I will be wrapping up, just to let you know. Brett is chill and cute. Yeah, she's also filled with much exuberance for history tangents, and I'm here for it. Relaxing and stress-free games like Destiny. We talk about the same game. Listen. I made that tag. A long time ago, and this is before Edge of Fate and the Portal ruined everything. It was relaxing, it was fun, and then it dunked on me like Shaquille O'Neal while I'm standing underneath the hoop. I need to update that tag eventually. I haven't changed the description in a long time. I think it's been at least 2 years since I've updated that. Have I played Marathon yet? I have not. I've seen the people play Marathon. Extraction shooters are not my thing. I mean, it does still look fun just because like it's Bungie and they can make shooters, but like I don't want to engage in extraction shooters, man. I just really don't. You don't want these stupid little hack legendaries. You got no life, watch a lot of YouTube, so it gets you thinking. I mean, you just gotta keep in mind that sometimes the videos are there to also instill a narrative, Brad. And sometimes they aren't always, most of them are, they aren't always from a place of well intentions. Oh yeah, goldfish has longer attention span than humans in modern times. I guess that is pretty accurate. 7 seconds seems pretty long to a lot of people's attention spans lately. It's the same thing. It's simultaneously the most frustrating and most exhilarating, satisfying game. I think that's what gets me back into Destiny from time to time. Is I want to feel good shooting again. COD doesn't do it. Halo doesn't. The new Halo doesn't do it. Like Borderlands doesn't do it. It's just other FPSs, man. They just don't hit. Like some of Bungie's, like with Destiny and I guess Marathon as well. Like I haven't played it, but like it's just, man, its gunplay is so good, and it sucks that the game is dominated by freaking abilities. Goldfish can remember things up to 2 or 3 years. What? How long does like an elephant remember? Isn't like an elephant remember like everything? They taught goldfish to play soccer with like little mini soccer balls, right? Oh yeah, cat got off. I guess I'll be calling her back here shortly. Marathon gunplay is also very good, worth at least trying it out if you can do it without paying for it. I might have to ask a friend to borrow their Steam account. Elephants do remember and will literally stomp on your grave or hunt you down. That I do know. Yeah, they're very... They remember if somebody is negative or like a poacher. I remember hearing many stories about that. And honestly deserved. Screw poachers. They're like the murder hornets of the mammal world. That's an interesting way of putting elephants. Aren't elephants normally just like pretty docile? Hi, Freshie. You came back with 20 checks left. That's remember people who abuse them, but that also means they remember people who treat them well. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I would love to have a friend elephant. You have an insane memory too. I doubt your memory's eidetic though. Because if your memory is eidetic, maybe you'd be better off on those exams. They did surgery on a grape. How do you do surgery on a grape? Oh, this is the last check. My bad. Whoops. I was not paying attention. Whoops. All right. Hi, say Churcher. Also, bye, say Churcher. I'm about the ending. Let me do another graph for you guys. They did surgery from over 10 miles away or something using robot arms. Yeah, because it was something to show off like 5G capabilities. Was there on Twitter when it happened? The guy was working with him. Let me do this raffle. I also gotta say bye to YouTube. So I should do this as 20k. Alright, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the nonsense that absolutely just kind of derailed the entire day, as we still did 2,000 checks and didn't get another shiny, leading us up to 5,000 checks. Per usual, I don't know when we'll get back to shiny hunting, but I will still keep trying to do it at least once a week if I can. But with that, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this. And with that, thank you all for coming. I'll bet y'all do, and remember more. Bye, YouTube.